It's round 10 of the 2025 World Superbike Championship, and we are at Motorland Aragon, and it's time for qualifying. As the green light goes on, we are underway for 15 minutes of running. Let's check in with James Toseland and Greg Haynes as we get ready for the green lights.
Obviously, Paul Tobin and everyone at Team 109, what an opportunity. It's a real freedom, isn't it, to get out on a motorbike? It's something quite unique, actually.
It's a special thing. You'll never have as much fun in your life, sober, by riding a motorcycle at 200 miles an hour. I think you're a little bit far, a fair way off that kind of speed here at Aragon, but I don't think it'll take you long, Greg. Another couple of days with Ben Yap, you'll be right up there with these boys.
And thank you also, I must say, to star camera operator Mr. Richard Melton for capturing all of those angles from the drone, from trackside and everything. It was absolutely great. So yes, that was an experience. That will be coming up at the end of the show, just before the Supersport 300 race later on today. But now, James, the small matter of qualifying. Superpole for the Superbikes. Ray Razgatlioglu, Ray again, and Buliga are pole sitters of the last 4 years. And Buliga does have the record on that 47.84 from last season. And what a great scrap, as we saw earlier in the show, between Toprak and Buliga in the free practice session earlier today. It was like the race had started already.
Seems like James is...
You're right, Greg. And this could be the most important qualifying session of Nikola Buliga's career so far. He has to beat Toprak Razgatlioglu this weekend. But I think he's got a decent chance here. The Ducati's good here, we know that. This man here on screen has been the fastest rider so far this weekend. He won here in race 1. I'm talking about Andrea Iannone there. And this is it, number 11. He has to out-qualify him. He has to beat him. And could this be the first time that Toprak does not qualify on the front row of the grid? Because we have Buliga, we have Sam Lowes, we have Andrea Iannone. They are all right up there. And even the Yamahas were coming to the party a little bit. So this qualifying, this 13 minutes, is absolutely crucial for the 2025 World Superbike Championship.
After we'd recorded that little piece with Batista looking at the track that we just saw a couple of minutes ago, he seemed really confident as well. I said, how confident are you? Can you win? He said, it's looking good, it's looking good. So let's see what Batista can do as well. As Rachel said, 9 times a winner here, as is Jonathan Ray. Tommy Bridewell we saw just a moment ago. Iker Lecuona is still out of action, so Tommy's made the trip across from Assen to Aragon after BSB last weekend, and there's the two Lowes twins out on track together. Of course, just after the last round, they celebrated their 35th birthday. As Sam always likes to remind Alex, he was 2 minutes in front of him.
Yeah, you can just notice there that Alex is getting a tow from the faster Ducati in front of him to get a slipstream down the straight. Once you exit turn 15, like Shaky was saying about with the track map this morning, you need to have a clear breath of fresh air all the way down there. And if you do have someone in front of you, just braking that drag down the straight, it could be at least 0.2, 0.3 of a second, so keep your eye out on that. But here he is, Toprak, 39 points in the lead of the championship. He's going to have to really fight for it. He's on a record winning streak of 12. Can he get the equal record ever of 13 later on today? And can he get the full triple again? He's had 4 so far. I wouldn't bet against him on the form he's in.
Last time out, once again, for the 4th time this year, he also did what we call the perfect score. Pole position, 3 race wins and 3 fastest laps, and pretty much leading every lap of those weekends as well, it must be said. Here's Xavi Vierge on the Honda. Although, James, it sounds as though it's the worst kept secret in the paddock now that he'll be going across to join Locatelli. Has a bit of a moment there at Pata Yamaha next season, so that's an interesting one.
It is. He was almost riding Jonathan Ray's bike there on the exit of turn 15. He nearly high-sided himself, and here comes Jonathan Ray on the slipstream on Xavi Vierge, so that'll be a nice slingshot for Jonathan. Let's hope that he can get a good qualifying. He's been 10th so far, is Jonathan Ray. If he gets out of this last corner here, I've not really seen the splits too much on there, but this is it. This is the first goes, 47.9, the first sub-48 of the weekend, and it's the first flying lap for Toprak Razgatlioglu.
Wow, only 1/10 of a second off Buliga's record from last year. So Toprak, like you say, into the 47s for the first time this weekend. There's Taz McKenzie up behind Petrucci. So after the first few laps, look at this. Razgatlioglu is P1. Locatelli and Ray, 2nd and 3rd for Patamaxis Yamaha, and a 3rd Yamaha. You were just saying the Yamahas are going well, of Tommy Aegerter fighting for his future. What's he going to do next year? He's 4th in this session at the moment. But Buliga now, as we look at Alex Lowe's Bimotor, Buliga is absolutely flying. He's just about to come into the back straight, and we'll pick him up shortly.
Yeah, this is Alex Lowe's just coming across a line, number 22 on the Bimotor. We were listening to an interview of his, 0.4 of a second, and that's because he's lost Sam. I'm not sure where his brother is, but he's lost him on the track, and he didn't have a slipstream down the straight, so he's going to have to try and find that, because as we saw with Jonathan Ray there, it's worth at least 0.3. Here comes Alvaro Bautista. This is his first go at it, and this is not going to challenge for the front row. No, he's only just on the second row there, the double winner from last year.
What's for Budiga, though, is in the last few corners now. This could be P1, and Toprak's going even quicker.
Wow.
Look at that. That is it. That's it. That is a new record for Nicolo Buliga on a 1:47.6. But Toprak is going even quicker. He's on the back straight now. It's ding-dong again, isn't it, between these two? Separated by 39 points at the top of the championship.
We could have the battle of all battles here at Aragon. These two are not going to give an inch, are they? Here he comes, the world champion, out of turn 17 here at Aragon. As you go over the crest to the finish line. Is this going to be a 47.5? No, it's not. The Ducati has a little bit more grunt down that back straight into the final corner. That 47.6 is going to be very, very difficult to beat. But let's not forget, Greg, in the test, Toprak did a 47.5.
Look at this, the team's watching on. Neither one of these riders has won a World Superbike race here at Motorland Aragon. This is just one of two tracks on the whole calendar on which Toprak's not had a win. The other is Cremona in Italy, but some great performances going on. Here's Sam Lowe, so like you say, he dropped back from his brother. He's currently down in 23rd place. He's not really put in a decent lap yet, but at the moment it's Buliga, Razgatlioglu, Locatelli. Bassani on the Bimotor is up ahead of Jonathan Ray and his teammate Alex Lowe's, but here comes Sam on the Mark VDS Ducati.
Come on, Sam. Out of there, third gear, fourth gear, just over the crest. This is the finishing line there, where this is going to be on the front row. 0.2 of a second. Great lap from Sam.
Great lap from Sam as Gorka Segura watches on down in the VDS garage. They've just signed Aaron Canet on a multiple-year deal, which keeps him in Moto2 next year. But we do believe Aaron will be here in this paddock. Maybe teammate to Sam Lowe's. We'll see what happens in the next few years. But Canet here in World Superbikes from 2027. So, where is Bautista after these first few runs? Alvaro is down in 10th place. That's not what we were expecting. And neither was this James Bassani. Row 2 at the moment on this Bimotor.
Yeah, good, isn't it? Good efforts. They've got the X tyre in. They haven't got the qualifying tyre here at Aragon. They've just got the X, the softer version of the race tyre. So don't be surprised if the guys can do 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 laps on this tyre to have a go at getting their fastest laps in. Bit of a surprise for Andre Iannone at the minute, down in 11th. He's been the quickest guy all weekend. Let's hear what Nicolo Buliga has to say.
Non è male col gas, è un po' meglio fuori dalla 5, però alla 10 non riesco a farla girare perché sotto sterzo col davanti. Dai più un mezzo di bregato.
Turn 10 is having a bit of a problem where the bike is just going wide on the acceleration.
There you are, there's the record from last year, there's the new record for this year. Okay, down in the pit lane, Mr. Shane Shaky Bird, it's all yours.
Yeah, thank you, Greg. I'm just down here in pit lane, just watching Jonathan Ray actually on your monitors. His bike's just being pushed into the garage there. 4th and 6th currently for Jonathan Locatelli, Andrea Locatelli, and Jonathan Ray. So a good start from them. Obviously, Nicolo Buliga at the top of the standings. But yeah, 4th and 6th on that first run is a promising start to this qualifying session for the Yamahas.
Yeah, it seems like a really good mood down there, Shaky. We're just seeing you on screen at the moment as well. And on the right-hand side, Toprak and Phil Marin in discussion. They need to find the best part of 0.2 of a second, James, to get back in front of Buliga. Toprak won't like this.
Psychologically, Greg, I'm just thinking, Toprak, he doesn't have to battle with the Ducatis fully here at this track. He knows the Ducatis are strong here, but he wants the record of wins, doesn't he? So will that just have a problem for him psychologically to force him into a mistake, trying to get the 13th win and not consolidate a win when the Ducatis are tough to beat?
Yeah, good point. 13 would equal his most consecutive wins record from last year. Locatelli there, we have it on good authority that he'll be joined by Giulio Nava, this man's crew chief. There is Giulio Nava, just to the left-hand side there, chatting with Alvaro Bautista. He's being shown the timing information, I would imagine there, by Mario Ruiz, his assistant, his rider coach, his right-hand man, and he will not be very pleased on his beloved Aragon. Remember what Rach said, 9 times a winner, to be only 10th. He's 8/10 of a second down on his teammate at the moment. Where are the Hondas? Bridewell is 22nd, and the leading Honda Vierge is in 15th place ahead of Ryan Vickers. Lots of talk, by the way, of Vickers losing that ride and potentially Caricasulo coming in. Also talk of Vickers going to BSB with PBM. Nothing official, just a lot of talk in this paddock from various people here this weekend. But never mind about the rumours right now. Let's focus on the facts. 5 minutes to go. Toprak Razgatlioglu. I love it when he's up against it like this. He never goes better than when the pressure is on. And as Shaky said, great move down there at Yamaha, because Locatelli and this man, Jonathan Ray, are 4th and 6th at the moment. Yamaha's, James, 4th, 6th and 9th, because Agata's up there as well.
As Rachel was saying at the beginning of the show, 9 times a win around here, Jonathan. He knows his way around. Dominic Agata as well, 9th actually in this session. The Swiss rider had a nice interview with him in his homeland of Switzerland, doing a few things out there, ready for the FIM Awards later on in the year. And he is really up for it, because he's challenging, he's fighting for his job this season.
Here we go then, 4.5 minutes to go. Buliga heading his way back out. This is going to be a real fight between him and Toprak. Oh, was there almost a touch in the pit lane? Iannone and Petrucci, that was close. Shaky.
Some strategies going on down here. Toprak was one of the first guys out. Yeah, all sorts of strategies going on here in the World Superbike. Yeah, Toprak went out, a load of riders jumped on the back of him. One of the Yamahas went out, Locatelli, but Jonathan's bike wasn't quite ready. Jonathan sat there for about 10 seconds looking to see if anybody else was going to come. Ended up having to go out with Garrett Gerloff. Ducatis have all just gone out now, so this second set of tyres is going to be really interesting to see if anyone can smash that 47.5.
Right, thank you very much. I hope that's not unsettled Jonathan Ray. I doubt it has. He's a very, very hard man. Here comes Toprak Razgatlioglu, his old teammate Locatelli right behind him.
Here we go, into turn 1, down to 2nd gear. Locatelli absolutely jammed onto the rear of him, nearly hit the back of Toprak into turn 1. That spoilt the Italians go at this second effort at a fast lap, but Toprak looks like he's absolutely gemmed. Turn 2, bit of chatter there into turn 3. That will upset his momentum up to this section here. This is turn 4, then into turn 5. It slightly tightens up here, back into this first gear before then you fire it up to turn 6 and turn 7, the right-handers, and it's wheel spinning, isn't it? Well, he's still under, but how can you believe that? He must be absolutely on the right. No, I didn't think it looked comfortable, did it? It was all over the place, even though it was quicker.
Oh, be careful, because he's holding people up. He's trying to slow down to save the tyre, isn't he, James? But he's got Vierge. Oh, hope he's not going to be given a penalty for that. He didn't mean to do it, but he definitely delayed Vierge then.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out on that. But because they're on race tyres here, the race tyres might be taking a little bit more time to get up to that peak temperature before you can push, and that was a little bit early there for the world champ.
Well, that's definitely wrecked Vierge's lap, because he was in contention. He's lost well over a second. I would not be at all surprised if the stewards look into Toprak there. Taz McKenzie is on a good lap and potentially moving up towards 13th place now. Oh, here, Bautista jamming on the rear brake, screeching that rear tyre. This sort of pace could put him onto the front row just about.
Wonderful bike control there from Alvaro, down into the trickiest, most technical corner, into turn 12. Absolutely wonderful from Alvaro as he exits turn 15 now. 2nd, 3rd, all the way up to 6th gear, all the way up to 202 miles an hour on number 19 factory Ducati before he throws it into turn 16. Back 3 gears, into 3rd. Keep the momentum going, because as you get to the apex just there, it's all uphill from this point. Right, Alvaro Bautista, are you going to improve from 10th? I think he is, but not that much though. 5th, middle of the 2nd row so far.
Much better than most of the season though. The 2 Lowe's brothers are on excellent laps. Petrucci is on a very strong lap. All 3 of them capable of taking pole position. And don't forget Nicolo Buliga, he's almost 2 tenths quicker. He could be on for a 1:47.4 if he keeps up this sort of pace. That'll be 4 tenths quicker than his own record from last year. Ray's lost time in the third sector. Right, please, Mr. Director, we need to see the Lowe's brothers, we need to see Petrucci, and we need to see Nicolo Buliga. You can see their times at the bottom of the screen. Jonathan's lost time in sector 3, so this is not going to be an improvement. It's going to be Buliga, Petrucci and the 2 Lowe's brothers all shooting up into the top 4. The question is, in which order?
Here they come, they're together, that's why. Here come Sam and Alex together. Where's he going to put them? Oh! It's 1 and 2 for the Lowe's brothers at this point. Buliga's out 47.3.
And they're all going off because they're carrying so much speed down there, they're all off the road. Buliga, as you say, 47.3. Alex second, Sam third, Petrucci fourth. Toprak though now. Toprak on his second lap on that tyre after making the mistake. He's going even quicker. Buliga's pushing on. We're on board with him now. Toprak is halfway around the lap and he's trying to take the fight back to Nicolo Buliga. Toprak's onto the back straight. He's 1.5 tenths inside of Buliga.
Incredible. This is absolutely incredible. Nicolo Buliga is here for the fight, isn't he? He wants to go toe-to-toe with Toprak, but it looks like Toprak is going to eclipse him for the pole position. This is the last corner. This is the world champion. This is Toprak Razgatlioglu. Is it going to be pole position here in Aragon for the world champ? No, it's not. He's lost 2 tenths of a second once again in that final split. It's going to be Nicolo Buliga on pole position here.
Can Toprak get one more lap in? He had 5 seconds left. He's still pushing on. He had 5 seconds to go when he crossed the line. Buliga now going even quicker, halfway around the lap. Toprak is going to try and go for another lap. Nicolo Buliga, can he get it down from a 47.3 to a 47.2? How's Toprak getting on? He's coming up to the end of the first sector any second now. We're looking at the timing screen. No, it's gone.
The tyre has said no more of that, thank you very much. Even the X-tyre for Pirelli can't sustain that lap time. As you can see, Nicolo Buliga here is very, very close to equaling his pole position here at Aragon. If he absolutely jams this last corner, there's a possibility he will. But the X-tyre's done a couple of laps on the back of the Ducati. He'll have wheel spin just there, but it looked like it hooked up pretty well, to be honest. There's the checkered flag. Is it going to be an improvement? No, it's not, but look, only 600ths off. 2 laps within 47.3s. Absolutely incredible. If you want to be a world champion this year, Nicolo Buliga, that's the kind of performance that we're looking for.
Nicolo Buliga takes pole position here at Motorland Aragon. His 4th pole position from 10 rounds so far this year. He's 39 points behind Toprak with 186 points still left on the table. Here's the man who is second, 1/10 down. He's still pushing on though, but he's off the pace.
Look at the pace it drops. Is this going to be ominous for the rear tyre in race distance for the BMW? Because we've seen Nicolo Buliga sustaining the pace. Look at Toprak's on the 3rd lap, 0.6 off. Is the BMW going to have a problem looking after its tyres and doing similar lap times at the end of the long races? We'll see this afternoon.
Yeah, that could certainly be a concern for the Superpole race as well, because this X tyre is the one they are allowed to use in the Superpole race if they want to. We'll have to see what happens. This is turn 2. So, Buliga's got the pole. Toprak is second. Alex Lowe's will join them on the Bimota on the front row of the grid. Sam Lowe's will be 4th from Petrucci and Bautista. He's got good race pace, Bautista, so watch out for him later. Andrea Iannone, a winner here on the Saturday last year, 7th from Ray and Locatelli, but Buliga is the man here in Aragon.
Well, what a race this is going to turn out to be, isn't it? Coming in. Certainly, I think an unexpected turn. Buliga on top, Razgatlioglu second, 1/10 of a way. Then Alex Lowe's and Sam Lowe's. What an awesome end to qualifying. Petrucci, Bautista, Iannone, Jonathan Ray, then Andrea Locatelli and Remy Gardner rounds out in 10th position. Stunning qualifying, stunning atmosphere. We'll be back for the main race on JB Motorsports. You'll be redirected after this as well. That's coming your way at 12:50 here on the network as we get ready for round 10 and the opening race from Aragon. See you later.